Yep, right by the mailbox. That's nice. Hey, you ready? Come on, let's go. All right, let's start this Monday off with, we got a bunch of material coming in between today and tomorrow. We'll start getting all of that cut and prefabbed and prepped for getting these jobs welded out. I noticed there's a ton of drive-through traffic, so I'm gonna do a simple welding fabrication sign. I'm gonna quick draw it up on CAD and then send it out to the laser, get that cut and stick it in the ground. Just super simple, right out front by the road. And then in the next couple weeks, I'll build a cool sign with our name on the top of the building and hang that. So we'll have that going, but I just need something simple. And then also this week, I'm doing business hours lettering on the windows and just the public people. So I wanna let them know our hours, and it's kind of hard because I'm in and out. So I figured I'd just do Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or by appointment, and put my phone number on there. So we'll try it and see what it works, but may have to change it, and I'm just gonna have to get more people in so that there's someone at the shop all the time. But right now I'm in and out with me and just a part-time guy. So we're moving forward, but let's keep going. All right, so I got my sign done. This is what I'm sending to the laser shop. They're gonna cut 2 of these exactly the same, and then they'll cut 1 of just the perimeter so that you'll stick that in the middle and you can read it from both sides. And I'll paint them different colors so that you can see. And then in the shop here, I'm gonna take 2x2 steel and border the whole thing. That'll happen whenever it comes back from the laser shop. Just got off the phone with our local internet Spectrum here, and they're coming in about a half hour to put internet in here. And man, is it expensive for business compared to my home internet, but gotta have it. And steel guy just came, and that's 5x5 quarter. Not easy to unload, especially with the hydraulic cylinder. I need that thing going now because I have a bunch of material coming tomorrow that I can't unload by hand either. I had to ask the neighbor to help me out unload it with his forklift, but we got it off, and that is gonna be material for a set of floating stairs. So gotta get all that prefabbed and cut, and we're starting to make money this week. Week 2, let's get it. Before we start prefabbing all that square, I gotta knock out some of these. This is 1.5 inch solid for our dumpster project that I've got started as well. Basically bend these to around a 35 degree. It's very unconventional, but it works. It's hard to bend this thick of stuff, so just make it happen, and I've got a bunch of these to do. Ran into our first little hiccup right there with it being at such an extreme angle. There's another set of bolt holes where I could move this forward, but then it won't fit the 5x5. So with the angle, this little roller as it's going down is hitting the back of the clamp. So I'm just gonna take the back of the clamp, shave it off, and it should clear then. Definitely have to improvise on making some tooling or your saws work. Obviously we're on a budget, so I can't go and buy a $15,000 saw or even a $3,000 saw right now. I'll get a couple jobs done and we'll most likely upgrade the saw, but we make this one work. If you take your time, make sure everything's square, whatever is gonna work. And there you have it, just like that. Just take a little material off and keep moving on. All right, we are set up on day 2, and the goal for today is to make money. We're not losing money today. I've got Trey in here. He's working on the dumpsters. He's getting those welded out and doing all the labor on that. I am getting this frame built, and I basically just went through, laid out. We're just building a couple rectangles to prefab. All I do is make a set of these prints, just a quick set of shop prints, and this is a customer project. So I get it all laid out for Trey to be able to just go through and knock it out. So I just left Trey at the shop. He's welding a flatbed onto a truck and adding some gusseting. So while he does that, I'm running up to go get some vinyl lettering cut out for the windows for our business hours and what we do and everything. And I'm also trying out these button-up shop shirts. I definitely am a big fan of them. I only bought 2 of them. Gonna try a couple different colors out and see which ones I like best, and then I'll order a handful of them and get our decals on. But I like the button up, kind of the old school garage look, and look a little bit professional and seem like we know what we're doing, but we'll see. Well, we got our kind of our sign up. Nah, that ain't our sign. We just got a little bit of our hours in operation on the window because we have a fair amount of people. Just say, what do you guys do? Business name, hours, and a little bit of what we do. Still working on our road sign and our building sign, but we got all of this 4x4 square tube cut and beveled up. Takes a little bit of labor just to get them all beveled out, but we got that done and pretty much wraps up our day. Oh, and Trey got that truck done. That was good. Got it out. So in and out in one day. Can't ask much more than that. And I didn't have to do a whole lot on it. Gotta find a couple good guys to just knock some projects out if you can just lead them in the right direction and keep on going. So we're gonna get after it tomorrow and get these frames welded out. We stopped this morning, got a quick gas bottle. Is gonna get this frame that I had Trey cut up and prepped yesterday. Try getting that all welded out. I got a couple other things that I gotta attempt to get done. I really need to get these dumpsters done because they gotta go out, but can't weld on them if it's raining outside right now. So it'd be nice to have the forklift done so we could bring them inside, but we'll get there. There you have it, all welded, ground smooth. Let's put them together now. We got about half of it welded up. The longest part is getting it completely square. We got basically the same exact section to go over here, and we'll do that after lunch. It's coming together, just a lot of welding, and then all the welds need to be ground smooth. Get just as much into the grind time as possible. Back and forth, back and forth. We got those dumpsters done, or the one that needed to go out, so now drug the welder back into the shop, and we're gonna finish this frame out. We got half of it done, finish it up, and let's just keep working. You ain't no fabricator if you don't know how to sharpen a drill bit. That's all. Looks like it's been dropped. Oh, someone's doing a burnout. But like I was saying, drop drill bit, little chunks out of it. You ain't no fabricator if you never sharpened a drill bit with a flat wheel. There you have it. Nice, fresh, sharpened drill bit. Very uneven, but if you get it spinning the right way and let it come off the edge, keeps it super sharp. Better than buying a new one for what we're doing. It's finally 5 o'clock. Now I get to work on my personal truck. The check engine light is on because it's got a gas cap leak, but gas cap is fairly new. So this little vent valve, I think, is the problem. Stick that on now since it's after 5. Got this rolled out of the way, and it's pretty much done. I got 8 tabs to put on it to mount it to the floor and then send it off to powder coat. So we're halfway through the week and we haven't got paid, but we are doing jobs that actually are making money. So we're getting there. Yep. Hopefully that's the problem. Stuff's rolling around inside of it when I took it out. See if that fixes it. Got the new one in. I guess I need to lose some weight so I can get under this thing a little easier. Look at that. It works. Hello?
Hey.
We got a shop phone. Not going as planned whatsoever. I waited there for 45 minutes. They called me yesterday and said, hey, your stuff's ready to go. And I was like, great, I'll be there in the morning. Got there, picked up half my stuff. They were just putting the other half in the oven. Supply chain issues is ridiculous. So it's 12:45. I've wasted half a day. I'm going back to the shop now. I guess I'll just pick it up tomorrow. I wanted to start installing tomorrow, but this is just part of the headaches of supply chain issues right now. Yeah, I get it, it happens, but don't call me and say that it's gonna be ready for sure and then wait around for that long. But on the flip side, it is raining, so I can't do the install today. Just a little bit frustrating, but as I was sitting around, I called about 5 or 6 people back that I needed to call, get some other jobs aligned, and just sat on the phone for a while. So instead of doing that in the office, I just sat in my truck and did it. So you got to make the best out of whatever the situation is. it just kind of gets irritating. But we're gonna see how Trey's doing back at the shop and see what we can get done this afternoon. It's been a mess of a day. Got that on the trailer. Got the video of that. It was definitely a struggle, but I need this forklift going. Every project I've done so far needs a forklift. Hopefully that cylinder comes back soon and make life a lot easier. Headed off to the powder coater for the second time today to drop this project off, because I thought I was gonna be bringing other material in, but things change and move on. Yep. Well, that ain't going anywhere. All right, Friday morning. We are cleaning up from yesterday. Back to the powder coaters. They open at 8. It's about 7:30. Hopefully get this stuff picked up, and then I gotta go straight to installing this handrail. Definitely gonna be a pain without Trey. I was planning on him being here today, but he's got to go do some other stuff. I need to get a full-time person, but it's hard right now because I don't quite have enough cash flow to keep someone all the time. If someone's going to be full-time, they expect to get a paycheck. So it's kind of one of the first hurdles I'm trying to figure out financially. We'll get there. Just need to get some more jobs in the work cycle so that the cash flow is a little better. They have a lot of projects going on. So much stuff. It's a lot of metal fab going on. Tons of fencing, handrail, big trailer parts. I don't know what those are. So much stuff to be powder coated. Well, this is the most nerve-wracking part. Getting all the handrail there without it getting scratched. Don't matter if you got a car or a bicycle, you're making it to work. Good for them. Well, we got our hydraulic cylinder back, so let's see if I can get this in by myself. Trey's not here. Bunch of ooga-doogas and they're good and tight. I think we got ourselves a forklift. That could have been bad. I guess the mast. Oh, I didn't take my bar out yet. Man, that could have been a bad mistake. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this out. It just about took the whole door down. So my bar that I had to raise to keep the mast up, I forgot to take out. Just about took the garage door open. Not good. Let's go test this thing out. Finally got it going. Started jumbling a little bit once it got higher up, so I think I need to add some more hydraulic fluid, but we got an extra 5 gallons, so I'm gonna top her off and she's working, finally. Clean the mess up. And boom, just like that, you kind of have it cleaned up. Hydraulic fluid is always a mess. It'll get cleaned up. Drive on it enough, and I'm sure we'll have a nice oil stain there soon enough. So it's lunchtime, we'll go grab some lunch. Go get this handrail dropped off. Huh. Someone's tarp was not strapped down very well. It's Friday. Day's definitely not done. It's about to get started real quick. Well, we got everything unloaded Friday back at the shop, and to finish Friday off, I'm just going through all the quotes. So whenever people call asking for pricing, I set it up in QuickBooks, and I always put their email get their email so I can send them the quote, their number, and their name. And then I just write down, it's pretty simple. I got a stack of papers. Everyone's got a quote so that I don't forget about it, because I do forget. I'm human, so if I leave a paper trail, it seems to help. I just write the date I called them back on. If I didn't hear anything, I'll usually do 2 follow-up calls, and every Friday I kind of call back, and usually they'll call back or pick up. It's basically on the jobs that I have pending, and then I got a whole nother paperwork stack for jobs that are current. But to keep up on the sales side of it, that's how I do that process. It's nothing special, but it seems to work. And just get yourself a paper trail and something that works for you. I think that's about it for this Friday, and we got a lot coming next week. So if you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.